Dear students, today I am explaining about prospectus, that is session 13. Here I will explain you what is prospectus, objectives of prospectus, content in prospectus, statement in lieu of prospectus. First of all, the meaning of prospectus. A prospectus can be called as an invitation to apply the equity shares in a company. A prospectus means it is a notice, circular, advertisement, or any other document inviting offer from public for subscription or purchase of any share or debenture of any corporate. Now, what are the objectives of prospectus? To inform the company about the formation of new company. Number two, it serves as a written evidence about terms and condition of issue of shares and debenture of company. Number three, it induces the investor to invest in shares and debenture of company to presume the authenticate record of the terms on which the investors have invested or invite. It describes the nature, the extent, and future prospects of the company. The content of prospect. Section 56 of Companies Act laid down that every prospect should have number one, a statement of matter specified in Part 1 of Schedule 2, set off of reports specified in Part 2 of Schedule 2. In Part 1, general information will be given by company like name and address of registered office of a company, consent of central government for issue of share, name of regional stock exchange and other stock exchange where the application is made for listing of present issue, the provision of subsection 1 of section 68A of Companies Act relating to punishment of fictitious prospectus, statement of declaration that refund of money in minimum subscription of 90% are not received within 90 days from the date of closure of issue. Next, date of opening and closing of issue. Name and addresses of auditors, underwriters. Next, capital structure of a company. So it includes authorized capital, issued capital, subscribed capital, and paid up capital. Next, terms of present time, term of payment, right of instrumental holder, and how to apply. And finally is any special tax benefit for the company and its shareholder. Next, the second term of present time, object, project cost, meaning of means of financing. These three were explained in the prospectus. Next, company management and projects, history, objectives, and present business of company, promoters and their background, name and addresses and occupation of managing directors and other directors, and location of the project, plant and machineries, technology, process, etc. Infrastructure facilities like water, electricity, transport, banking, etc. Nature of product, consumer or industrial, and implementation of project so far. As per section 371B, any capital issue made during last 3 years if the company issues the shares. In that we have to explain name of the company, year of issue, type of issue, amount of issue, date of closure of issue, date of completing share certificate, rate of dividend. Outstanding litigation pertaining to, if there is any litigation, court matter, they have to be mentioned in prospectus. Matter that affects operation, finance, including disputed tax liability of any nature, criminal prosecution lodged against the company, particular of any default in meeting statutory dues towards instrumental holding like debenture holder, deposit holder, etc. Part 2 of Schedule 2. In that general information will be given. Consent of director, auditor, advocate, manager, etc. Before issuing the prospectus, we have to take consent. Expert opinion of obtained if any. Reason for change of director, auditor in the last years if any. Authority and details of resolution passed for issue, procedure and time schedule for allotment and issue of certificate, name and address of company secretary, legal advisor, auditor, manager, etc. Financial information. A report by auditor of a company with report to P&L account and assets and liability, rate of dividend for each class of share, statutory and other information. Under that we have to mention minimum subscription, expenses of issuing, giving separate fee payable to advisor, registrar, to the issue manager, to the issue manager, etc. Underwriting commission and brokerage, previous issue for cash, date of purchase of property, detail of directors and their remuneration appointed, rights of member regarding voting, dividend, etc. Next, statement in lieu of prospector. A public company not raising its share capital from the general public need not issue the prospectus. However, it should file a statement in lieu of prospectus which contains almost the same particular as in prospectus with the registrar. This document must be in accordance with Schedule 3 of Companies Act and must include partially the same information as required in the prospectus. So it is a private company. If a private company converts into public company, it has to issue prospectus or a file of statement in lieu of prospectus. Next, the difference between prospectus and in prospectus in lieu of prospectus. It is a document inviting public subscription of share. It is a document prepared for filing with registrar. The purpose of prospectus is issuing for public. The purpose of issuing statement in lieu of prospectus is it is a completing and legal formalities. Next, filing. It meant only one for filing with registrar, but also for capital raising. It is meant only for filing with registrar. Next, basis prospectus, statement in prospectus. Prospectus gives detailed information. In case of statement in lieu of prospectus, it contains similar to the prospectus but forms of details. It is normally prepared by a big company. It is normally prepared by small company. It is meant for public at large. It is meant for friends and relatives.